Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome again in Mintos office. I'm glad to be here on stage, see so many new pages. And actually this presentation and everything what we do in the investor service and customer service is only possible because of the bright minds of you, the engineering people. Otherwise we wouldn't have the tools, the softwares what we're actually using. So today's topic is leveraging AI in customer service and how we are actually integrating or using the integrated large language models in our customer service softwares. But before I jump in the main topic and tell about myself, I would like to tell a story. And the story is about Jane, the frustrated customer. So see, Jane has first time in her life sent the money to outside of her bank to a new place, and she wants to start investing. And she's experienced difficulty. She hasn't received the payment. So she pokes around the page and finds on the bottom of the page different options, help center, community, emails, call us, and of course she's confused. Happily, she decides to use the call option. She finds the language in which she is talking and she gets very happy. She's super happy that she can call and get the answer. She calls. She continues calling, but nobody picking up because it's already after 6 and she cannot get a reply. So what she does, she sends an email. Email is shipped, so she's waiting for a reply. Next day in the morning, she checks the email and she has received a reply. In the reply, what she sees that apparently the payment has arrived, but the company, they need additional information. So because they cannot allocate the payment due to some issues with information about it. Okay, she will submit it and do it. Would Jane be happy with such a reply? I'd say 50-50. Like she knows the deposit should be with the company, but it's not yet in her account. She cannot invest, she cannot do anything. So basically she needs to take a step and most likely in the evening everything will be okay. But taking into account that the options, how to contact the support was confusing, most likely she has missed this small widget on the bottom. If she would have clicked on that one and asked the same question, the AI-powered bot would have given the exact answer, the link that you need to upload this type of a payment, and next day she would have received completely different answer. So that the payment has been allocated, everything is good, and Jane is happy. So it basically took from instant reply to several days. So hopefully I have drawn a bit of attention. What I want to tell you today, my name is Undis, I'm Investor Success Lead at Mintos, and basically what our team does, it services the investors, builds the relationships, and we try to keep them happy and satisfied. So this is basically what we are doing. Now, getting to the topic, I'd like to ask a question, which I will also answer throughout the presentation. Is artificial intelligence game changer for customer service? When we are thinking of customer service and also artificial intelligence in terms of customer service, we are thinking of chatbots. At least that was my first association. Maybe not as good chatbots with many legs going through the company and helping with everything, but way more simple. The first chatbot actually was released in 1966. It was called Eliza. So you can calculate already how many years have gone. So this you actually can check and just Googling Eliza, the chatbot, and you will find the interface and you can also play around with it in real time. But this is not artificial intelligence. What we actually have noticed, and also when we were looking after AI-powered chatbot and choosing the right software, right thing, we realized that often when companies are saying, oh, we are having AI-powered solutions, it's 99% of pure code, and maybe there's 1% of code that is resenting AI. So this was a long time the industry standard and what was basically available. Now when we are going forward, I would like to elaborate and tell what different solutions we are actually using at Mintos investor service, at customer service, so what we are actually doing. So we are using Zendesk. This is our customer desk, also powered with AI solutions. I will tell more about it. I also will tell about Ultimate AI, how these two softwares are also using the integrations with OpenAI besides their language models. And I also will give you an experiment, what we have done together with Google Cloud using Vertex AI. So Zendesk is the largest customer desk in the world. What they did this year, they released their own language model, which is trained on 18 billion customer service tickets. So the ticket is whole email conversation. So it has trillions of different data points that is actually trained on. And this is especially tailored to understand the customer service interaction. So what are clients asking in this specific language? And of course, they're using, as many other companies, integration of OpenAI throughout Microsoft Azure services. And as most of you definitely know, then compared to Zendesk's own model, which is trained on customer service tickets, then this is trained on the vast amount of internet data and has very, very broad knowledge and general also application in different fields. So this is a snapshot of Zendesk's interface where the agents are working. And I would like to draw your attention on this intelligence field and to make it a bit bigger also. So this is Zendesk's AI language model in action. So basically what it does, it can define the intent, understanding the ticket. So basically this is saying that the feature is not working, so we understand it is a technical issue, it determines the language and also the sentiment, but it is neutral. And with one click in a few seconds, it goes through all the ticket and gives nice summary. So we can see here that the client is having an issue in the mobile application. He's also mentioning what happened when the issue was present. And basically, also we see that the agent has acknowledged the issue and has then escalated it further. So to get all this information for a human, it takes quite a lot of time. So there can be a conversation in many pages. So in average, what we see that this can really cut off like several minutes of processing the ticket, and taking into account that there's thousands in a month, it really saves time. And then going forward, of course, yes, in the customer service, we answering investors, we are typing all the time, and actually we are very lazy typers. So in this case, the agent had to give a reply with a no reply that we are still working on this issue. He just clicks, he types, still working, we'll give the update as up. So this is not something that we want to send to the client. And here comes in the Zendesk's integration with OpenAI. Basically, they're providing three simple options: expand, make it more friendly, or make it more formal. So also with a few seconds, we are getting very nice reply formatted. What actually it also does, it reads the client's name, so it integrates it immediately in and makes formal answer that can be sent already. If we don't like this type of answer, we can make it more friendly. So with more emotions, everything. So, and also if the more friendly answer is not fit, we want something more formal, yes, let's do it formal. Even we can see that Grammarly's plugin shows different emojis that like it gets more and more happy and at the same time more formal. So this is something maybe simple but super helping for the people who are working with the tickets, working with clients every day. It makes the life just easy. So Here I'm talking about different softwares, language models that are available, what other companies have developed, but from where actually comes the Mintos knowledge, like how these bots are receiving the data, the information, what we actually want to answer to the clients. And it comes back to our help center. So our help center is also built on Zendesk's product. It consists of hundreds of articles about different product features, functionality, and so on. And this is the main foundational base from which the AI pulls out the articles, the information, and provides them to our clients. Here on the bottom, you also could see our chat widget asking if there's any help needed for the client. And this is actually the place where Ultimate comes in. We have chosen a partner with which we can rely on and which is actually satisfying our needs. So Ultimate also has developed their in-house models, and of course, as they are customer-centric company and providing services exactly to customer service teams, then their models are really fine-tuned for detecting languages from small texts, so from the chats basically. And as well, they are using GPT, so OpenAI's integration, and this just plugs in a help center and can provide answers without building any flows. I was very emphasizing the language detection, but actually by fact, language models can, in 99% of the times, determine the correct answer. But this only applies to the condition if it's a larger text. So when it's large text, it's easy to, based on different things, to actually understand it. But when it comes to chat and there's many typos, slang language, it becomes way, way more harder. I would like to ask, who knows what API means? So I guess at least one person knows. I see many waving heads. But did you know that actually Indonesians would understand it as fire? It's not as application programming interface, maybe what we would know in technical language. And these are the things what the bots needs and artificial intelligence, actually in this case, needs to do. One a bit more technical slide. So this comes from Ultimate and how they are processing and understanding the language. So on the bottom, you can see the answer from client, where is my order? So basically, this is pre-processed text. What they are doing, basically the artificial intelligence cuts the text in pieces, and it is hashing it, adding it like special characters, so they can, it can understand each and every text in its own language. Afterwards, this is averaged, put in one string, and then again, also in the background, processing it and basically determining the actual language with a softmax solution, which most likely you guys will know better than even I do. So this is why I'm talking also about languages and why for customer service needs they are so important. So if you're looking onboarding a person versus launching a new language with artificial intelligence tools, then hiring and onboarding and teaching the agent the knowledge of the whole company will approximately take up to 3 months. Opening the position, finding the right candidate, onboarding, and then actually training. Versus 2 days. We actually launched a new language in 2 days for our bot, just this week. 1 day for translating, 2nd day uploading the file in the system, and we have new language. So 3 months, 2 days, it's a lot. Of course, we cannot live without people knowing the language who are actually checking the text and doing it, but it is way faster. So if we are using Ultimate's in-house built model, we still need to build flows. So we can use and drag and drop different elements. So basically, we can select bot message, then when visitor's message comes, when it needs to be escalated. And also we can integrate Ultimate's GPT in these flows. What we are doing, we are training basically the model on different types of questions how it can ask. So basically, there's an intent, what the client wants to do, and we are training it with different expressions, but usually up to 100 different ways how the question can be asked. For Ultimate's in-house model, this comes together with a flow. But basically, for UGPT, we just need to get different types how it could ask question. And here, I'm not sure if you will be able to read it, but basically this is more complex hybrid flow. You can see with the black, these are UGPT answers, just plugging in the help center. Then also different conditions, what needs to be done if the client says that and that. But bot is answering. So all this together creates the answers, the flows, how we are dealing with our clients. So I already touched a bit with the UGPT that basically plugs in the help center and can start answering questions. But is the really AI a plug-and-play solution? And here I will try to answer the question using the experiment what we did with Google Vertex AI. So for those who might not maybe know it, so this is how Google is presenting it. It is an innovative, fast, with enterprise-ready generative AI, enhanced by their newest model, Gemini. So basically, Google Vertex AI is a Google Cloud solution. So this gives us users, developers, already pre-trained AI models that are available in more than 130 languages. And basically, these can be used to develop solutions integrated in different platforms and softwares. And I will give a brief examples what we have done, how it was working with the chat and also with the search solution. So we asked simple questions. So remember, this is just plugged in, no fine-tuning, nothing. So asking simple question, how does identity verification happen? So it explains quite well that it's third-party service, Verifused. It explains what needs to be done before the verification. So you need to get the room ready, good lighting, and also prepare your devices, smartphones, cameras, so that they are working. So decent answer. Let's look more at security. I'm concerned that somebody is going to give data to third-party verif. So it also explains well that this is trusted company, already 10 years in the market, 100 million people have used it, and also it is certified by EU. So seems good. Let's ask a bit more security questions. Is there 2FA? This is also covered. It can answer that there is, how to use it, how to activate. Of course, these are super simple questions. But let's look a bit more in depth. If we would ask the first question, simply not in the chat, but actually to the search engine. What it does then, it gives already more elaborative answer. We see the same thing, that the third-party service is used. It adds also information that it's using public data and in-house data for processing this information, what types of pictures and need to be taken for face and for the documents. Also add some more information, and actually there are several sources what it has been used. So let's explore what it is using. So first of all, it takes Help Center article, how does verification work? Very good. Then it also looks at the blog. So here it looks that it has used some older blog article, but the answer is good, so what is put in there. So this could not be outdated. But still, we need to be careful. And then several other Help Center articles, which data is going to be stored, which documents are accepted. So, and also referring back to the first one, and then one more source from the Help Center. So it really takes different areas from the page and the Help Center. So decent answer. But is it always good answers? Let's ask it something a bit more complex, so to have several things. So I'm asking here, what is Mintos, when it was founded, and is it actually safe to invest with the company? So what we see here, and I would like to also refer back what Alexander was saying at the beginning, so we have launched many different products, but here it's referring that Mintos is marketplace for investments and loans. So this is a bit outdated. And what we also see here, that it says that Mintos is not regulated under the financial service license. But if we are going below it, again, it says that it is regulated. So it provides contradictory information. And what we see is that the reference 5, it goes to the page that is now taken off. So basically, this has been scraped information, it is outdated. So with this example, I want to tell you that yes, it can be plug-and-play solution, but we need to be very careful to what information it has access to, because it can really mislead the clients and then even damage the reputation. And we need to pay into account that also in this case, yes, it gives the answers, but it cannot really do anything else. That's why we need the flows, what we are building with Ultimate. Not all the questions will be covered by AI. It will still need a human interaction, and some things just need to be taken care by humans, even as much as we would like to automate everything. Okay, something a bit glitched, but okay. So yeah, I want to reflect on, actually now coming closer to the end, on the challenges and opportunities. So first is actually selecting appropriate AI tools. There are many softwares. We see that companies are developing their own models, they're using them, they're good. But still we see that most of the companies, since the OpenAI launched in public GPT, many of them are using them and seeing benefit that it is overpassing their models. So we need to think very well what we would like to use, why we are using, and how much we are paying for it. Because the market becomes more and more saturated with tools that maybe not be good or maybe not be even in the market. Then the second is harmonizing artificial intelligence and human effort. I remember myself also when ChatGPT was released, I thought that it's like answer to everything, to use it everywhere with every reply, to help it in every situation. But there is a very fine, thin line when it becomes even longer to use AI to solve this problem than actually doing it yourself. So we need to look for a very good line and harmony between humans, what we need to do, and where actually technical aspects can help us. And from the challenges also, it's organizational transformation. In simple words, we see that oftentimes when we write something, not always the human can understand what is meant. But if the human doesn't understand, how the AI will understand it? So we are forced to think and write and create the knowledge that will be used by AI in a way that is understandable. And also it can go further in the technological things. So we can connect, already we mentioned Word with API, to our back office and pull information from there. But is the back office built in a way that it can pull all those data what is needed? So in every aspect, starting from the front end until the back end, we actually need to think how to make it that AI will be able to use the information to help us. And getting to the opportunities, of course, it's automate routine tasks, cutting off the monkey job, what actually can do by the software. So this is definitely a very big opportunity for us. And we, being in the customer service, I have to say I'm thrilled that I have the opportunity to be in one of those industries that actually has these solutions and they're coming in. And of course, elevating the service quality, getting back to Jane, where she needed to wait and she was frustrated. we can service the clients 24/7. So non-stop, the AI is not getting tired. It is always friendly as you have defined it, and it will continue delivering the service how you have set it up. And lastly, of course, it's data-driven insights and decision-making. Also going back to the example of Zendesk, we had a small intelligence part that cuts off a lot of time. It analyzes data, it gives the sentiment, it gives the language, it defines the intent. And not only that, of course, you can feed the AI different data sets and get also the customer data more analyzed. And I like to conclude with a quote. Embracing AI in customer service is not just about deploying new tech. It's about weaving intelligence into the fabric of our human interactions. Written by ChatGPT. So, thank you.
Hi, Undis. Thank you very much. My question would be related to probably customer service in this case. Do you have any plans or attitude or any thoughts about reusing the customer data within the conversation? And if no, what is the reason behind it?
This is a good question. We can and we would use it, of course, but I would say that this comes back to the point when we can integrate the API with the back office, basically with their card. So if we do that, we can give also way faster replies and better corrected up replies what needs the human interaction at this moment. Would that answer your question?
Like, do you feel that it's secure? Because I feel that most of the companies right now discussing this kind of opportunities for tools or even choosing between cloud or some open source models are kind of considering this as a danger, I would say, or a legal case, you know?
Yeah.
So how do you feel?
First of all, definitely I feel that it isn't, like the security is a big issue. And what we are looking back, for example, at our partners that we are using, before choosing the partners, we actually very much paid attention to the security, what security solutions they have in place, so they are there compliant in every necessary ways. But it also gives or puts more, I would say, the responsibility on us as the company that our clients have chosen. Their data security is in our hands. And of course, when we are deploying more intelligent AI solutions, especially if they're integrating further in back office, we need to think of those layers that will secure.
Okay.
Yeah?
So wait.
Okay. Oh. Do you see some approach to increase customers' trust to AI chatbots? Because when I customer of some bank and chatbots ask me, I want to talk with a human because it's more helping. It really can help me. Don't ask just some basic answers. And, yeah.
This is actually an excellent question, and we have also noticed this in our chatbot conversations when people decide to click on it themselves. The first thing they ask, like several times they ask, they want to talk with a human. And this is exactly how you mentioned that it's the trust, like they don't trust the bots. And going back to the slide where I was saying that oftentimes when you open the belly for the bear, you just see the bit of AI and the bot is not actually good. So I know where the customers are coming. They have had bad experience. So in my opinion, to give the trust up, we need actually to show good examples that these AI chatbots actually can resolve the issue. And how we are planning actually to tackle it is that we anymore don't show all the different possible options how to contact support. So we are minimizing and driving the traffic in the bot and developing it further. So basically what you can do, you can create similar flow, for example, submitting a ticket through the forms. So that you're choosing the type of the question what you're having, writing the answer, and then it's being sent to the support. But in this case, first thing what we can do, send it to AI, and it gives the answer. And I believe that in many cases the AI will give good example. If not, then the ticket will go to actually the customer service. So when they have experienced good answers, I believe they will start to use it more.
I'm coming. So when you speak in this thing, you have to be brave.
You were talking about Zendesk. How do you think, why is Zendesk not using AI for their own support for technical questions?
Why Zendesk itself?
Yeah, not using AI, just chatbot and transferring to human and answering ticket to 3 days.
Good question. And I actually know that it was very interesting when we started exploring different chatbot options. So of course we used also Zendesk's internal bot. And what I learned over time is that actually one of the bots, what they are using themselves for this region was Ultimate's bot, what we are using. So
It's very stupid. You cannot answer on simple questions here, but transferring to people. So why is Zendesk not using AI for support?
So
Yeah.
the answer what I try to give is that we saw that Zendesk's their own bot was not actually so good. So basically that they were forced to use third parties bots actually to service the clients. But again, I believe that the question of you asked why they do not use the bot for simple answers, I wouldn't be able to answer as I'm not working in Zendesk, but for sure, like I have noticed these things also. Any other question? Yes, there in the back.
I'm throwing it.
So you mentioned adding translations in 2 days. How do you handle adding the translation in just 2 days?
Yeah. So basically, of course, the main language is English, in which we developed the bot in the first case. So we can get a simply Excel file with the answers for all the fields, what is there. First, we use translation tools. You can use them in the Excel or Google Sheets environment. So we use that, and then we pass this information to native language speaker who goes through it, checks if it's correctly translated. So this can be done in approximately one day. And then I also asked a question to one of my colleagues. So how long, yesterday I did it, how long time takes to get this language in. So basically he told me that I'm planning to do it now. It was in the morning. In the evening he had already uploaded. So basically when we have the finished file, so we need to upload it in Ultimate, and then it will, those new languages it will add in the flow.
Any
Anyone
more
else?
questions? No? Okay, then it's chocolate time.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone.